Welcome to Align on Demand. My name is Chrysetta and I'll be teaching a 30-minute define workout today. And so I'm going to use a TheraBand, and the band that I have here, it's a pretty light tension and it's pretty long. So if you have a TheraBand, go ahead and grab it. A lot of these exercises you could do without, but the band will add a lot of resistance and it's a fun one. So grab your band and have it handy. We won't use it right away to warm up. And then find your feet nice and wide. So today I'm starting with my toes pointing to the corners. Big breath in, reach up. And then exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, big reach up. Exhale, bend your knees. Good. My spine is gonna stay straight up and down through this one. And I'm feeling my knees and my toes all kind of pressing open in the same angle. Bend and press. Here we go. 4 more. 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Good, and then we'll pause at the top. So find the top and hold. One hand to a hip. You're gonna lean over that hand and just take a nice big side bend. Good. I have a little bend in my knees, not totally locked out. So see if you can just soften your legs, hug those muscles in your core, and then with my top fingertips, I'm gonna draw a big circle. So I stay in my side bend. Just gonna draw a nice big circle with my arm. And then reverse it, go the other way. Nice, and then let's switch. So hand to hip, find that side bend, just hold it. Good, check in with your knees. They're a little bit unlocked. Hug your abdominals, and then draw a nice big circle with your arm. Nice, and then reverse it, go the other way. Awesome, stack your way to center, and then we're gonna roll down through the spine, hang heavy over those legs, and then bend and press. Bend and press. So again, I'm feeling my knees go out over my toes. Here we go, 4. Last 3. Last 2. And then go ahead and roll yourself on up. Face the length of your mat. We'll take a big breath in, reach up. My feet are a little more narrow this time. We'll roll down through the spine. Walk your hands out. Find a plank and hold it. So super long, strong plank. Your head should feel like it's pressing forward gently, and your heels tractioning behind you. Good. We'll just hold this plank for a few seconds. I want you to check in with your breath and see if you can really get your belly to exhale empty first. So I'm inhaling from the top, and then I'm exhaling from the bottom. Good. So working with that idea. Inhale, fill up the top. And then exhale from the bottom. Good, a plank for you might mean your knees need to come down. It might mean your elbows are down. Choose something that makes it feel like you can really access your breath. Good, let's hold here for 8. Holding here for 6. Final 4, 3, 2, 1, and then tap your knees down, flip it around, and lay down on your back. So heavy hips. I'm going to take a second to feel the front of my hips really relax. So I'm relaxing in my hip flexors. Good. We'll interlace the hands behind the head. Take a breath. On your exhale, we're going to swing the ribs back, curl up, extend your fingertips forward, and then reverse how you got there. So hands behind your head. Take a ride down. We curl it up. We reach it forward. Take a ride down. Good. If you're ready for more, on your way up, you're gonna float one knee into tabletop and then put it down. And then switch. Other knee into table. Good. Put it down. So I'm trying not to wobble my hips side to side. See if you can really keep your pelvis level. Good, it might help to imagine like a seatbelt fastening over that low part of your pelvis. Good, let's go one more each side, even yourself out. And then we're gonna hold at the top. So 2 legs in tabletop, reaching forward. You can start to pump your arms, breathe in through your nose. exhale, slide those fingertips forward, try to curl up even more. Good. So inhaling through your nose. Exhale, curling up, up, up. If this feels good, toes to the ceiling. If that feels good, you might lower your legs a little bit, but don't let your back arch. Good. Inhaling through your nose. We exhale, empty. Good, just like in the plank. You're gonna exhale from the bottom up. So inhaling from the top, and then like a wave, we exhale from the bottom to the top. Good, let's be here for 8. Here's your 6. You can challenge yourself with the level of those legs. 3, 2, 1, hug your knees in, and you might look side to side, rock your knees side to side, whatever you need to do. Beautiful, and then let's go up to stand and grab your TheraBand on your way. So I'm gonna stand on my band and make sure that you're right in the middle so that you've got relatively equal tension between your left and your right hand. We of course don't wanna be all on one side with a long arm and a short arm. So get right in the middle. And then we're just gonna go for a couple squats here. So I want you to hinge at your hips, sit your butt back, and you'll feel the tension on your band relax. And then you can press and squeeze into that tension. Good. So we're gonna sit the hips back and then press and squeeze up into your tension. Excellent. So you might need to adjust where your hand is on your band. If you want more tension on your band, you'll scoot your hands up a little higher. If you want less tension, you can walk them further towards the ends. And if your hands are a little slidey, you can always wrap it around one time. So lots of options. Bend and press. Good. We're gonna go for 4 more here. And just take a second to make sure you've got your legs kind of figured out. Your toes are pointing forward. Your knees are pointing along the line of your toes. Good. Here's last 2. Nice. And then we'll pause in this hip hinge position. So I'm folded at my hips. My knees are forward. I'm kind of in a squat. Good. We're going to cross the bands and hold on to the opposite end. So you've got an X in your band. From here, it's like a row. You're going to bend your elbows and slowly extend. Elbows bend and extend. Good. So I'm using my feet to kind of press my band apart, and then I'm trying to squeeze the bottom corners of my shoulder blades together. Good, here we go for 8. We're gonna hold the bend at the top. In 6, we'll hold that bend at the top in 4, 3, 2, find that bend and hold it, and then give me a little pulse. Think about squeezing the bottoms of those blades. Little squeeze, little squeeze. I'm trying to relax my neck, relax the tops of your shoulders. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice job. So you're gonna stand it up, gently release your band, and then bring it around your back. So my band is gonna go behind the back of my rib cage, and I'll hold the band between my index fingers and my thumb. Heels together, toes apart. Good. From here, we're gonna extend the arms straight and then bend the elbows a little. Press and bend. And again, if it's slidey in your hand, go ahead and wrap it around and grab the band. Out and in, out and in. Good. So you should feel your biceps and maybe your shoulders a little as you extend those arms all the way straight. And then let's add a little lift with the heels. So I'm gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. I like this position with the band because it's a little reminder to keep your rib cage connecting down towards your pelvis. So if I were to draw a line through my ribs, it's pointing straight down, it's not pointing forward. Good. Up and down. Here we go for 8. Here we go for 6. We're gonna hold at the top in 4, 3, 2, find the top and freeze. Step your heels together so they're touching, and then bend your knees halfway down. From here, I'm gonna draw a little circle with my arms. So smooth little circle up and around, Good, collarbone stays wide, like you've got shoulder pads on. Beautiful. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and then reverse it, go the other way. I'm squeezing my booty, pressing my knees apart, and feeling tall through my spine. Here's 4, 3, 2, now freeze your arms, just your hips. Little bend, little bend, little bend. Good, we go for 8. We go for 6. Awesome, here's our 4, 3, 2, 1, and we did it. Nice work. Go ahead and stand it up, shake it out a little bit. And then we're gonna use the band behind our back. So it's in my hands, and I have just a little gentle tension in between my hands. Not super, super tight. I want you to roll your collarbone open nice and wide, connect your ribs down, and then just press your hands behind you, and then let it go a little. So we're gonna press back and let it go. Good, and then keep that movement going with your arms, but add a little sit back with your hips. Good, press and bend. From here, we're gonna add a little heel lift. So we lift the arms and lift the heels, and then control it down. Press and bend. Good, press and bend. Awesome. So it's important to me that we're not letting our neck take over and squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. See if you can really let your chest feel wide in the front. Good. Here we go for 4. Nice. Last 3. Last 2. And then again, we'll try to hold the balance in our feet. So my heels are lifted. I'm squeezing my legs together. And then give me a little baby fist bump back there. So I'm going to bend my elbows and push. Bend and press. Press. Little press. Little press. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. Straight arms. Last one. Here we go. Give it a little pull apart. Apart, apart, apart. We go for 8. Good. Here's your 6. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it. Go ahead and stand up. Shake it out a little bit. And then put your band back in underneath your feet. So my feet are together. I'm just gonna show you from the corner so you can see my legs. This time the band's gonna be in my palm, and I'm holding it nice and tight. Again, you can wrap it around if you need to. Have that little hip hinge. So sit your butt back and lean forward. And then one foot is gonna step back behind you like a kickstand. So have a super strong straight leg. From here, I'm gonna take a bicep curl and press my front leg straight. So elbows bend, I have 2 straight legs. And what I want you to check in on is that you're not popping your rib cage forward. I want that line of the ribs to point straight down into your pelvis the whole time. Good, and then we rebend. So elbows and leg, and then bend. So I'm keeping that core connected as I bend my elbows and extend. So I'm really using my leg to push my body up, and I'm not using the muscles in my back to lift my body up. Big difference, right? Push and bend. Here we go. 4 more. Here's 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Okay, last one. We're gonna pause at the top and then bend your back knee too. So I have 2 legs bent, just elbows. Up, up, up. Good. Little lift. We go 8. We go 6. Nice work, guys. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Relax your band a little. You might have to scooch your hands up slightly so you have a little tension here. I'm gonna keep working my front leg. So let your arms just be long and straight. They're kind of gonna help you balance. Shift all your weight into your front leg. And then the back leg is gonna take a little float and a little tap. A little float and a little tap. So it's a super, super straight leg. Good. And then if you feel a little bit wobbly, if you can pull up on your band and it'll help you balance a little bit. Lift and lower. We're gonna go for 8. Nice job. Here's 6. Last 4. Here's 3. So good. Last 2. Last one right here. We're gonna lift it up and hold it. And now it's the bottom leg that changes. I'm gonna push my bottom leg straight and bend. Ooh, straight and bend. So you should feel a big burn in that bottom thigh. Little lift and lower, lift and lower. Here we go for 8. Last 7, last 6. Nice, super long, straight spine. You got it. Here's 4, 3, 2, and you're done. Good job. So go ahead and shake it out. Ooh, good. We're gonna do all of that for the second side. So starting with our biceps. So I'm gonna step my feet together on the band and then kind of choose a tension that feels like you have some tension but not pulling you. Bend your knees, have a seat back, and so now it's my other leg that steps back. So I just worked my right side, so my right leg is the one that's gonna step back behind me. My left thigh is gonna do the work here. So when you're ready, think super long, straight spine. So I'm not arching my back. I'm gonna take my body for a ride. Elbows bend, legs straight, and then bend it back down. Good. Press, and bend. Press, and bend. So I've got a little biceps happening. Good, but I'm really pushing with that front leg. You're pushing the floor down. Nice work. Here we go for 8. Good. Last 7. Nice. Here's our 6. We'll hold at the bottom. And 4. Here's 3. Good. Last 2. And then pause with your knee bent. Back knee meets it. Elbows bend. We go for a little push up with the elbows. Up, up, up. Good. Think wide shoulders. 90-90 bend in those knees. Up and up. We go for 8. Good. Here's 6. Nice job. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. And then stand up for a second. You might move your hands up on your band so you have a little more tension. It's going to help you balance on this one. So that front knee stays bent. Shift your weight into that front foot until you can barely float the back foot. So it takes a little lift and then tap it down. Little lift, tap it down. A great check-in is to feel where the waistband of your pants are. So I want it to feel level, not sinking down or opening up in my waistband. So really level, left hip and right hip. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. You got it. Spine stays nice and stiff and straight. Good. We're gonna go 8 counts here and then hold the top. Here's your 8. Good. Last 6. We hold the top in 4, 3, 2. Find the top and hold it. Big push for that bottom leg. It goes straight and bends. Straighten and bend. Press and bend. Here we go for 8. Woo. Last 6. Nice. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one. Nice work. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. Excellent job. Good. From here, we're going to come down to the floor. Let's do one without the band. So we're going to do a little bit of a side plank. So I'm going to come down to lay on one side, my elbows under my shoulder. I'm going to get myself lined up and then lift my hips up. Good. Once you're here, I want your top leg to reach out long and straight, and you can kind of stand into your top foot a little bit. Good. So we're going to lower the hips and then lift them up. Little lower and a little lift. So we're going to start to feel our obliques on this bottom side, but you might still feel all those hip stabilizers on the top and the bottom working to help you out. Lower and lift. Good. I want to feel like I'm a little bit in a panini press where my pelvis is pressing forward and my ribs are sinking back so that I'm not arched and working my back muscles. So think little panini press, ribs connecting for 3, 2, find the top, hold it. Now I'm gonna push down nice and strong with my bottom leg and my bottom knee. Top leg lifts up and lowers. Lift and lower. Good job. Lift and lower. Awesome. So I'm trying to keep my pelvis at exactly the same level and just fold from my hip joint. Here we go for 4. Last 3. Good. Last 2. And then last one, you can gently sink your hips down, spin your feet around, and let's do that for the other side. So shoulder on top of elbow, knees are back in line with you. Get yourself kind of set up in your panini press, lift up. Top leg extends out long, and then give me a little sink and lift with hips. Sink and lift, good. Sink and lift. Nice work. Good. So you can really push the floor down for support. Good, we're trying to find that bottom side waist, so my obliques on that bottom side are working. You might feel your bottom hip and your top hip maybe a little too. Lift and lower, good. We go for 8. Last 6. We're gonna hold this up at the top in 3, 2, find the top and hold it, and then your top leg is gonna go up and down. Little lift and lower. Beautiful. See if you can get super long and tall through your spine, like your head is pressing forward. You're pushing that floor down. Awesome job. Here we go for 8. Nice. Here we go for 6. You got it. Final 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. You can bring your hips down. Awesome. Find your band one more time for me. So I'm gonna lay down on my back. My band is reaching straight up to the ceiling. I've got a little bit of tension, but my hands are gonna be always a little bit wider than my shoulders. So I don't want my band to pull my fists together. I'm gonna keep a little tension in it. And once you've got your tension, see if you can bring the back corners of your armpits down to your mat. Good. So my back arm is just gonna open to the side and then come back into the middle. So start with that, just the back arm. Open and close. And you can play around a little bit with what kind of tension you've got. Good, so we're gonna use that top arm kind of like as our stabilizer. And then the back arm is moving. Good, when you're ready for it, we're gonna add the opposite leg falling open. So if my left arm is opening, my right knee is gonna fall open to the side. And then bring it back into the middle. And what you should feel is your core muscles waking up and really holding everything stable. So I don't want my pelvis to spill open to the side, so I'm rotating in my trunk. I want my trunk to stay still and move from those really nice 4 corner joints. So my shoulders and my hips, very mobile. Here we go for 4. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. And then we'll trade everything out. So we'll start just with the other arm opening. Open and close. You should feel your head nice and heavy. Let your jaw relax. Good, spine's in the middle. And then when you feel ready to move on, your opposite knee falls open too. So we're gonna work those core muscles to keep the pelvis really level. So you'll feel how your hips will want to spill over with that leg that's moving. But I want you to see if you can really keep your pelvis in the same position. Here we go for 5. Nice job. Here's your 4. Last 3. The breath will help you. Here's last 2. So good. Last one here. And then go ahead and slide that band under your thighs. So I'm gonna create a little tension between my legs and my thighs. And then I want you to nod your chin towards your chest and lift your shoulder blades up. Right? So I've got this little bit of pressure in my band. From here, big breath in to get ready. On your exhale, I want you to think flat belly. Bend your elbows and help your knees lift into table. And then extend it all straight. So we're gonna exhale, bend, and then extend it straight. Good, and so I'm trying to use my lower abdominals to help me move my legs. Here we go, 4 more, last 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, and then legs are gonna stay up in your tabletop. I want you to extend your toes towards the ceiling and see if you can move your band down on your legs. So from here, we're gonna try to press the legs down into your band and roll up into your teaser. Take a breath and then slowly place your low back down. If that feels like a no-go for you, you're gonna grab your legs and work on a little rock and roll. So if you wanna go for that full teaser, we're pressing the legs into the band. The band's gonna help to engage your core and lift up. And then we're gonna slowly place it down. Press and roll it up. Slowly place it down. Let's go 4 more like that. Last 4. We're gonna hold some position at the top. Whatever position works for you. Last 3. It's under control, no momentum, really control it. Last 2. Good, last one, we're gonna lift up to the top and hold it. So find that teaser shape, think about scooping your core muscles out, and then just breathe. Inhale a lot, exhale all the air empty. Good, last 2. Good, last one right here, breathe in. And then slowly lower yourself all the way down. You can put your band off to the side just for a minute. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give it a little rock around. Good. And then pull your heels in tight to your seat. We're gonna go for a quick little shoulder bridge. So arms to the floor, lift your hips up. And then what I want you to do is try to pull your heels towards your seat and stretch your kneecaps away from you. So without actually changing where my bones are, I'm changing the energy and the way my muscles are engaging. From here, we're gonna lower the hips halfway and then lift to the top. Halfway and lift. Good, try to get even on your 2 sides. Pelvis level. Good, and then switch your focus into your feet and just see if you're rolling in or out on your foot. Try to get your whole foot to press down together. Here we go for 4. Last 3. Here's 2. And then find the top, hold it. We're gonna go for a little tiny tuck with that tail. So you're gonna tuck it under, squeeze your booty, and then just relax. Tuck it under, squeeze your booty, and relax. Tuck and squeeze, and relax. We're gonna hold that tucked position with the tail. I'm thinking about curling my tail between my legs for 4. Last 3. Last 2, and then hold that tucked position with your tail. Now just your heels. Lift up like high heels, and then slowly lower down. Lift and lower. I'm trying to feel my tail tuck under and curl up that whole time. You should feel your glutes really squeezing. Lift and lower. Here we go for 5. Nice job. Here's 4. Last 3. We're gonna do 1 more at the top. It's 2. High heels on, super, super high stilettos. And then little guy, lift your pelvis up, 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 up. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're done. You can drop your heels. Drop your hips, and then just take like a windshield wiper side to side with your knees. So just kind of relaxing in your hips, squishing the back of your pelvis into the mat. From here, since we've got our band handy, I want you to step 1 foot into your band, reach it up to the ceiling, and a few times we're gonna bend that leg and extend it. Good, and then just notice if your tail's kind of pointing a little to one side, see if you can really get it pointing straight down your mat. So really lined up, equal. Last 2. And then last one, pause at the top, just hold. If it feels good, you can stretch your bent leg all the way straight. And then let's let that leg drift across the midline just a little, but keep your pelvis grounded. So I'm not gonna let my leg pull my hip up. I'm gonna try to keep it plugged down into the mat. And then let's trade. So that foot steps down, other one comes on up. Give Give it a second just to lengthen, feel equal in the back of your pelvis, tail lined up, and then go for a bend and extend. Good, we'll do 4 more there, last 4. Here's your 3. Good, last 2. And then pause with that straight leg. If you want to, you can extend your bent leg long, and then let your top leg drift across your midline a little. Nice work. When you're ready for it, let that leg center off. You can fold both of your knees in, ditch your band one more time, grab onto the backs of the thighs, give it a little rock front back, and work your way up to seated. And then flip your knees underneath you so you're on hands and knees. We're gonna go for a quick little cat-cow. You can drop your belly, tip your tail up, roll your chest forward, and then exhale, round your spine. So tipping that tail back, heart forward, and then round the spine. Last one. Tail up, heart follows. And then on this one, we're gonna tuck the toes, lift your hips up nice and high, and then just kind of pedal through your feet, reaching your heels to the floor. Good, when you're ready for it, walk your hands and your feet together. You can bend your knees, roll your way up to stand, and we'll try for a little balance at the top. So take a big breath in, reach your fingertips towards the ceiling, and then lift your heels up and see if you can take a little balance and suspend. Good, when you're ready, slowly lower your heels and press your arms down. We'll do 2 more like that. So inhale, reaching up, and then slowly lowering down. Here's the last one. So inhale, we're gonna reach up to the top, fill up, and see if you can really breathe in. All the air's in and in, and then melt your way back down. So you'll slowly let your heels rest, let your arms come down by your side, and then feel your head just float away, kind of like a balloon, drifting away from your shoulders. Beautiful work today. Thank you so much for joining me on demand. Hopefully I'll get to move with you again soon. My name's Chrysetta. Have a great day.